Hey, I'm Adam Thompson. The COVID experience let us try some new things. We had to adjust the way we serve the people that we serve, and now we're doing some sort of returning back in. So today we're going to talk about how you figure out what to keep doing, start doing, and stop doing after the COVID situation. First, I want to talk about the foundations that we need to have in place. What we have here is an opportunity to cause some actual culture change. Remember, culture is caused moment to moment, conversation by conversation. The way you go about this is going to have an impact on your culture. The second foundation is, I want you to think about surfacing. We're not looking to answer the question, what services do we need to change or bring back in or keep the same? We're actually looking to surface what we need to do. Surfacing, not answering. The third foundation is Seth Godin's idea of the minimum viable market, okay? Minimum, obvious. Viable means it's viable enough that will actually provide you either enough revenue, or if you're a local government scenario or a government scenario, it's viable enough that it's worth your effort in serving it. That's what we're talking about here, the minimum viable market. Why the minimum viable market? Because that means you are truly meeting the needs of a particular group. Now, how do we actually do it? Well, here's what we do. Direction. Being able to surface things as they go does not mean we exist without direction, okay? Direction gives us an idea about what we're looking for. We need some sort of rough focusing mechanism. Here's the simple way to do it. Direction comes from what are the needs of the people we are serving. What are the needs of the people we are serving? Let's get clear on who is the group we are serving here before we even start considering which are the services we're going to change, bring back in, or keep the same. So direction's our first step. Our second thing we need to look at is reality information. We need to collect reality as it's been, not forever, but over the past period. So reality information comes from your data. If you do have stats like spin around times of services, usage of services, those sorts of things, they are great. But the other great bit of reality information is to find out what the experience has been of the people that you are serving. And the great way to do this is to simply ask them, what has been your experience of this service during the COVID period? You can send it out as a survey question, open text response, because what you're not going to do is look for the answer in terms of what's the score between 1 and 7. You're going to look at the full tapestry of responses and you're going to see what themes come forward. The themes are the key, because what we are not looking to do is find the answer. Remember, we are trying to surface what sort of answers might be useful. The third thing we then do is we create some pots on the stove.
Righto, so get yourself a big pot or pan, crank the heat up and fucking bang it on there.
We are going to look at the overall direction, the people we are serving. We're going to put together all the reality information, and then we're going to create some pots on the stove. So what could a pot be? A pot could be changing a service that we already do in a way that reflects what we've learned during the COVID experience. It could be not changing a service. It could be going back to doing it the old way. It could be trying to serve a new minimum viable market that's appeared during COVID. The point is, we're not looking to find out through a bunch of research and Excel spreadsheets what is the pot. We are going to create some pots on the stove. This is called placing some bets. We are placing some bets that what we're cooking in some of the pots will taste good. One rule of thumb, you want one pot to be weird, and the second rule of thumb is that none of the pots can send us under. The fourth thing we do is taste the food. What this means is we look at the answers, the results, the things that are coming back to us from our pots on the stove. If you've got some quantitative numbers, that's great. Remember to ask the experience question again. What has been your experience of this service? What we're looking for here is to see which pots we need to grow bigger, we need to put onto a bigger burner, which pots need to be removed from the burner altogether, which ones we need to simmer for a bit longer. By doing it this way, what we are gradually doing is surfacing the things that are going to add more value to your set of groups, whether if you're in local government, it's the community, or to your set of clients. One last thing you need to keep in place when you're doing this is make sure you've got governing bodies supporting. If you're a local government, we're talking about the elected members. If you're an organisation that has a board, we're talking about the board. Explain to them what you are setting up and let them know that what they'll be receiving is, rather than an extensive paper which says, please take the risk of investing lots of money in this thing which should work, and here's our little risk section which proves that everything's going to be okay, you can instead come back to them with the results you've got from multiple pots on the stove, why these pots deserve more gas, why these pots deserve no gas at all, and you'll actually have both quantitative evidence plus qualitative experience with themes coming through that explain your decisions, all of which result in adding more value to that community of people that you're looking to serve. So in summary, remember, this is an opportunity for culture change. It changes the way you go about doing business. We're surfacing things and we're looking to create minimum viable markets as our target. We need to have an overall direction. We need to make sure we're collecting information, which allows us to then create some pots on the stove. We then taste the food that's coming through from the stove so we can work out which things we want to invest in more in a continual cycle. And now you have a way of working that is more adaptive, which will add more value to the community that you serve. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe to me on the usual socials. You can sign up to my blog, zenorganisations.com. That way you'll be notified whenever one of these videos comes out. And just get in touch with me anytime you want, and I can send you some further information about how you can apply these ideas in your own organisation. See you next time.